because of the recent controversy surrounding the Indian government's desire to change its country's name to Bharat.
India likely to be renamed Bharat.
India could soon become Bharat.
समुद्र के उत्तर में और हिमालय के दक्षिण में जो देश है उसे भारत कहते हैं.
Many people have begun to discuss the significance of a country's name and whether steps such as this are essential in this day and age, where names are viewed as simple labels. There are many points of view, but it is also worth noting that India is not the first country to undertake this reform. Many countries have done it successfully in all parts of the world. So, what motivated them? Was it necessary or was it merely a political ploy? We'll tell you the history. You'll have to decide on the intent. Here are 5 countries that have had their names changed. Burma to Myanmar. For a long time, Myanmar was known as Burma, a term taken from the dominant ethnic group known as the Burmese. The ruling military junta that assumed control of the country in 1962 aimed to create a united identity for the country's ethnic groups. The name Burma was regarded as too exclusive by the ruling junta because it was too closely identified with the main Burmese ethnic community. Myanmar was chosen in 1989 to better reflect the country's diversity, as it is a combination of the country's 2 major ethnic groups, the Burmese and the Shan. East Pakistan to Bangladesh. After a long and bloody struggle for freedom, East Pakistan adopted the name Bangladesh in 1971. East Pakistan's population, who were primarily Bengali Muslims, faced discrimination from the central government and a lack of resources and investment in comparison to the Western region. This resulted in growing unhappiness with the current state of affairs and a developing sense of national identity and pride among the people of East Pakistan. East Pakistanis began to unite and demand greater autonomy and representation in government. This was greeted with great violence from the Pakistani military in a crackdown on protests and demonstrations, which escalated into a full-fledged civil war, resulting in East Pakistan winning the war and proclaiming independence. Ceylon to Sri Lanka. Ceylon was the colonial name for the island nation of Sri Lanka, which was renamed to Sri Lanka in 1972, was known as Ceylon, and the name was still retained after independence. The ruling Sri Lanka Freedom Party believed that the name Ceylon was too closely identified with the island's colonial past. Therefore, it was changed to Sri Lanka. The party thought the name Sri Lanka was a better choice because it was derived from the island's Sanskrit name, Sri Lanka Dwipa, which means resplendent land, a very appropriate name. Persia to Iran. Persia's name change to Iran has a complicated history rooted in politics and culture. For centuries, the territory now known as Iran was referred to as Persia. It derives from the ancient Persian Empire, which was created in 550 BCE by Cyrus the Great. However, the Iranian government changed the country's name from Persia to Iran in 1935. This was done to stress the nation's Persian identity, while also separating it from its Arab neighbors. This move was highly backed by then Prime Minister Reza Shah Pahlavi, who desired to establish an Iranian national identity separate from the rest of the Middle East. The Iranian people were not unanimous in their acceptance of the name change. Many people thought that altering the country's name took away a fundamental part of their cultural legacy, and the term Persia is still important in Iranian culture and identity. Holland to Netherland. The name Holland is a bit of a mystery, but the most frequently accepted idea is that it originates from the Dutch terms hol and land, which indicate hollow land or low-lying region. On the other hand, the term Netherlands is derived from the Dutch words neder and land, which indicate lower land. It is also an acceptable name for a country located in the low-lying parts of northwestern Europe. There was no such big debate about which name to use, but in the 20th century, the name Holland became increasingly connected with the 2 provinces of North and South Holland, while the name Netherlands was used to refer to the country as a whole. As a result of this, the Netherlands was designated as the official name of the country. Loved the video? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you are interested in more such amazing facts about the countries, then we recommend you to watch our video on French inventions that change the world.